Hi, everyone. We are so happy to be talking with you today about the virtual conference that's coming up in a few short weeks. And today we have our board here to talk to you.
All right, so I'm Joyce Kubik, and while I miss seeing everyone in person for the 2020 conference, I did appreciate the virtual conference choice. It keeps me connected to what our fellow coaches are doing, as well as the new information many professionals presented. And for all coaches, I believe attending the virtual conference is the best way to learn how best to serve our clients. So I hope you will find a way to attend the conference and benefit from all it has to offer. Adela.
So I love the conference for so many reasons. First of all, because of the community. I feel connected to my people. I have my people. I can meet other coaches, other professionals in my field, and I can network and I can exchange ideas. I love the knowledge. I love what I do because every year there's new research and new stuff out there. And so I get to learn the latest and the greatest. And then I get to share that with my local network and all of my clients. And I can be the expert in my field, in my own community. And finally, I do love that it's virtual because I don't know about you, but I have trouble making decisions. And so when it's virtual, I get to watch as many as I want within the period. I don't have to watch them live. I can watch them later. I can start to watch one, I can stop, I can pause, I can take better notes, I can hula hoop, I can juggle, I can do all kinds of fascinating and fun things with the virtual conference. So even though I miss seeing my peeps in person and giving them hugs and seeing them on the dance floor after hours, I do get to see many more at the same time, even if they're just two-dimensionally. Robin, what do you think?
Hey there, welcome. And we're so glad you're here. I would say 3 tips I'll offer you is, first of all, don't forget your self-care. It's so important to stay hydrated, eat the right foods, some protein and complex carbs, prepare ahead of time before the day starts with some easy grab to go alternatives. So you don't get hangry or you don't feel like you're losing steam on your ability to pay attention or engage with what's going on. Another one is mix it up the way you attend or where you attend. You don't always have to be sitting in your chair and watching. So I like to think about 3 different places I can attend in a given day, in a long day like this, and maybe even mix it up at a coffee shop with some headphones, or go to a different room in your house, or even step outside if your weather is nice right now. Mix it up. Don't just stay in that chair. And that means get up every once in a while. You can actually stand up while you are listening to a presentation or watching a presentation, or you can go for a walk and just tune in and listen as you walk. And that can be really helpful in the afternoon when you hit that drain. The third thing I'm going to say is we have a lot of great resources here in the booth. And we hope as you network and you go about your day that you share the information is available here in this booth so you can get people here. So whether they're a coach or they're looking for a coach or they're wanting to learn more about what this ADHD coaching is all about, they can come here and get their questions answered. Thank you. And I don't know who's going after me.
Hi, my name's Christine. I'm going to follow up from Robin's great tips. If you have kids, whether they have 2 legs or 4 legs, make sure you plan for their needs around the sessions that you want to attend at the conference. So if you normally pick up your kids from school, you might see if they can get a ride from a friend or another parent. Or if you have a dog or anything else that needs to get outside, you might consider asking a neighborhood child or teen to walk and play with your dog during the conference. Preparing for these situations will allow you to focus your attention on all the different sessions that you want to attend.
Hey, I also miss being in person, but since we're virtual, let's get ready for it. I really recommend testing your browser ahead of time. I plan to watch and present using Chrome, for example, because I've already played around with those tools. And this year we have an app, which we didn't have last year. And so try downloading it and testing it out and getting a feel for what it's like to interface with your schedule and the sessions that you want to attend on both. I'm looking forward to actually having native notifications of the sessions starting on my phone again. I missed that last year. There will be a chat and a Q&A in the sessions, but the sessions won't be over Zoom this year. They'll be within the platform, but it's close enough to Zoom to make folks watching feel really comfortable. So I think we're all going to have a really great time. Roxanne?
Okay, and I do this professionally too, and I still can't unmute myself. Thank you, Brittany. And I with your energy, it's hard to follow you because, but you know, when we think about the conference, you know, it's different this year because it's virtual, but think about the things that bring you energy and joy at conferences that we go to, and make sure that we include them in the things that we do, but maybe it's going to have to be a little different. So we can be attending interesting sessions and asking questions of the speakers. We can be connecting with people we know and sharing those takeaways during the conference or afterwards. We can joy in that funny talent show with all of the great talent that we have. It's all there for us to enjoy, but we need to plan for it. So think about those things that give you joy, give you energy, and plan for them accordingly. Christine?
All right. So I always think about kind of, you know, when you go to a conference, a little bit about the what's in it for me. And for me, past conferences have had several really positive impacts on my business. First, and I think Adela mentioned it, there's the learning that takes place, that new information, new ideas, new trends, and you can't really find that in one place over a couple days anywhere else. Then there's the opportunity for connection, talking with fellow coaches, being able to talk to a clinician and ask them a question about their research, ask them a question about their presentation. And then there's the other attendees, people who aren't coaches, parents who are there, you know, adults with ADHD, people that you can kind of get an idea for what's really happening in their lives. And the last place that I see is the opportunities for collaboration. And for me, in past conferences, that's been being able to build some strategic partnerships and project ideas with other people that if you're not, and even when we're not there in person, you still have that opportunity to see someone you haven't seen in a while and connect with them. And it's easier than, you know, kind of the cold call out of the blue. Oh, hey, let's talk about this, because you have that shared experience. So for me and my clients, I come back a more informed coach. For my business, I every year have come up with activities and ideas that actually improve my bottom line. And then for me personally, I get re-energized by being around my people. I get energized by being around coaches, by learning and all of those things. So I encourage all of you to think about, why are you here and what are you going to take back from this? So there we go. Jill.
Unmute. So there seems to be a lot of common theme that goes around with each of us talking. And as I think about preparing for these conferences, I do think about how important my plan is, so that I know what I'm going to be doing at the start of the conference. I have found it to be very important to look at the presenters and look at the presentations, make sure they're aligned with your values, what you're looking to walk away at the end of the conference. I have really found that reflecting on what my professional goals are before I go into a conference are important. Sometimes I find myself, if I don't plan ahead, everybody's so interesting to hear at these conferences that sometimes I lose sight of my direction. So I like to have a specific plan in terms of what I'm looking to walk away with at the end of each day. What I love most about these conferences is building my professional network. But I will say this, do not leave the conference. It's great to build your network, but make sure you set a time to talk. Many of us have ADHD, our intention is there. We make these elaborate plans for after the conference and then we forget. So if there are people that you really do enjoy and you want to further get to know them and build your community, set a time that you're going to have a call. I also love the conferences because it's wonderful for collaboration. And it's also gives you an opportunity to find a mentor. Sometimes it can be very hard. You feel very alone in the field of coaching. And what I find in terms of collaboration and mentorship is finding other coaches that are working with the same types of clients. And again, once you meet these people, don't just let it end when the conference ends. Set something up so you can talk to them down the road to create the collaboration. And most important is the information that you gather at these conferences. What are you going to do with it? Well, very often there are groups that are formed. If you're interested in creating a post-conference group, get on the ACO board and write that you're looking to create some sort of a post-conference group that everybody can come together. I guess it's like a master's group, but people can come together and talk about what they've learned. I will tell you, most important for me, the lessons that I've learned is that this group of coaches that I am surrounding myself, the ACO group, the board, we truly are a very powerful community and tribe. And I cannot stress enough the importance of getting to know all of us and all of the members. Good luck with the conference. Evan?
Oh, the theme, connectivity, connectivity, connectivity. Christine said it, Jill is saying it. And now we reflect on how we learn. Were you a chatty kid, understimulated? Always ask your neighbor, what did she say? Online learning to the rescue. There was nobody watching you, and you can do what you want. You can talk to a neighbor. You can ask for the secrets. You can ask what they just said. You can find a resource, a book, something to get your business engaged. This is a great time to give attention, spread attention, ask for attention. So go ahead and cheat a little. It's finally acceptable. And also on Wednesday night before the conference, we're going to have a big get together. Why? Because we love you. So please look for an ACO meetup on Wednesday night, and we're excited to see you there.
Thanks everyone for sharing your tips. And one of the tips I didn't hear you suggest is this is a pants optional event. Next year it will not be. We will be in Dallas. So take advantage of it now, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the conference.